2 p.m. It's exactly 24 hours since I lately sprayed some clear coat, which I used Tamiya TS-13 gloss. And I sprayed a couple light layers yesterday on the Ford GT. That way I could put a gloss coat on there, which would allow me then to place the decals on today. I did see a little imperfection right there, very small one. The racing stripe should cover that, so that's kind of good. I also will need to, as I look at the instructions, this back wing will get racing stripes on it too. So I did spray 2 spoons yesterday with clear coat. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the decal and just apply it to the spoons. And just to be a test to make sure that we don't have any reaction. Not that I think a reaction would happen right away, but I'm going to get my magnifying glasses here. My eyesight is not as good as it used to be, so I also put a new blade. These are some of the tools I'm using here. Brand new blade on the model knife here. I just picked up one of these through Amazon, just to kind of a squeegee to kind of help gently move the decal into place. Decals, of course. Like I said, 2 spoons already sprayed and ready. And the goal will be to apply a small little decal to the spoons, let them dry 24 hours, and then at that point in time, hopefully get a chance to spray at 24-hour mark a heavier coat of clear gloss, which I will probably do once the decals are dried on. I'll probably do a light layer just over the decals, maybe a couple light layers, and then move into a heavier coat that would cover the whole car. And then I have a bowl of hot water, not scalding hot, not like I boiled it, but hot. And again, new blade to make these cuts here. So I'm just going to cut this little Tamiya. I think this is a decal. I'm going to see. I think it is. And so I'm going to cut it right down the middle here. And then I'm going to see if I got a pickup in here. Yep. I'm going to see about putting on, let's move this up to there so we don't get it wet. And then we'll take this Tamiya sticker. I dip it in for about 7 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds. And then bring it back out of the water. Let's try to see. I've never used this, so let me get some Scott towel too. I might need that just to blot. I also have Q-tips ready in case I need them. Let me see, is this even a decal? I think so. I may be wrong. Sure looks like one. Yeah. That ain't good to start. Broke right off. Let's do one on this one too. Hopefully I don't get that kind of situation going. Let's see here. Put that under the water, maybe a little longer than 10 seconds. I think the water cooled off already. Yeah, we're gonna get that one wet. I'm gonna put it on the other one, also clear coated. Well, the other thing I wanted to mention, I also have microset mark fit, which I did not lay on those. So let me do that a little bit here. That might be the reason why that one snapped. I do like this stuff though. It lays that thing flat. I like using hot water because I do think it softens the decal. Yeah, so now, as you can see, I'll get a Q-tip and I'll just blot that a little bit. I like to roll it like this. Roll that water out of it. Like that. No rhyme or reason on this. The only purpose this is serving, I want to make sure that water's out of there. The only purpose this is serving is for me to let these things dry. I'm going to put them right in the dehydrator the same way that they were in there on these clamps. That's one. That's two. Keep them right in there because I think what I'll do is I'll put this car in the dehydrator also. So we got a couple parts. You know, I think when it comes down to model building, I think if you can minimize or mitigate your risk of damage, then you try to do that. And so those spoons, they definitely lay down nice. I'm gonna go with the black. I'm going with the black for sure on these stripes. The other thing I want to make a note of is make sure that you don't cut part of the numbers of each decal into your process. Those numbers will break off and it'll be specks of it all over your decal. So make sure you don't include the numbers of the decals. Definitely a sharp knife. I think it does help. So this is obviously going to go this way, where the emblem is for the Ford. Just gonna lay it right in like this. We definitely gonna want to use our mark fit. This is the one I'm using right here. I don't know if you can see that. Mark fit, which is a Tamiya brand. Keep that like that. I always get nervous. I swear I get nervous with these decals laying around. I'm gonna move this one over to here. Actually gonna move this out of the way. We got the Q-tip, everything we need. Okay. Let's proceed here. Dip it in hot water. Let's first put a little mark fit on. Right down the line here. Oh, look at that beat up. That's beating up with a good clear coat. Yeah, I'm gonna cover that little spot. I mean, really, it came out really nice. I definitely need, there's maybe a little bit of, yeah, there's definitely a small amount of orange peel, so I'll need to get that last clear coat on and then sand her down a little bit and move into polishing. Which I'll be able to polish over and sand down over the decals because they'll be clear coated. FYI, I've never done clear coat over decals. This is my first time. Okay guys, so I did not put on video the last stripe because I forgot to put the wing on this back piece, and I was uncertain whether or not I was going to be able to decal it because I just used Tamiya extra thin cement. I just put it up on the wing and put the part together and glued it to the body about well, I don't know, about 45 minutes ago. So it took a little time to let that set, and then I applied the decal. Now this decal on the back side went on real easy. I slid it off perfect, and it was flat, and it was there was not really many wrinkles. It's pretty dry at this point. So to extend on this video that I'm doing here, I plan to go ahead and clear coat this car with the decals. There's still a little bit of fluid there. So this has really got to be dry before we really clear coat. These decals cannot be bubbles and stuff all in them. Yep. And that's got a set too, so I really got to let that wing. It's kind of risky what I did, honestly, because if that does not set, the decal's ruined. So maybe a little impatient I was on this one. I got the glue where I needed it to go though, I believe, so I think this will set. I hope it does. So we will come back in 24 hours to see where we're at, and then spray it down with another clear coat. I plan to do a light clear coat over the decals, maybe 1 or 2 light coats, and then hit it with a heavy coat, which will make a total of about 5 coats on the car. Well, about 3 full coats on the car, 2 on the, it'll be 2 coats on the decals. Well, there is the stripes, decals, put on the Ford GT. I know initially I said I would wait 24 hours and then put another clear coat on. That is not the case. I waited probably, let's see, 4 days. It's always good when you get busy at work and you start working 12-hour shifts. Time just flies by. So it's good because I let those decals set on there for 4 total days. Now what I want to do is I want to put another coat, a light layer across the pinstripes here, a couple light layers, and then I'll clear coat the whole car one more time. This is a microfiber brush, and I'm just making sure we got no dust on the car before I spray it again. I've done this before and it seemed to work very well, so I keep doing it. I kind of do what works. I will be also clear coating some of the other parts. I plan to start with the spoons, which I will show you. Let's see here. You can see there's a decal on that. So just to make sure that I got no issues with chemical reaction on the decal, I will spray the spoon first. There are parts that are going to go on the car. I will spray those also. So let's not delay. Let's get spraying. So there it is. So we can get it under the light. It looks pretty good. I put 2 small light coats over the pinstripes, and then I increased to a more heavy 2 coats of heavy coat over the whole entire car. It makes a total of 5 coats of clear coat on this body. And next, once this all dries, I will use some panel liner and outline some of the doors and the trunk. I might do a little weathering on this, and after that I'll sand her down a little bit and get a polish on it and see how it looks. But that's the first time doing clear coat over decals, so I think it looks pretty good. Yep, so I waited about 4 days to clear coat over the decals. That's a good amount of time. And as I mentioned, I tested a spoon. I had the decal put on there. Sprayed the spoon to make sure it would work. There you go. If you guys like this video, subscribe to my channel, Scale Modeling Network. Like the video, share it. Thanks for watching.